A model aircraft. One piece of several pieces of equipment that go to make up a transmitter-controlled flight. Some have flown at nearly 200 miles an hour. They're made of balsa wood, expanded polystyrene and fiberglass. And 20 Jerseymen spend more time than they care to admit designing them, constructing them, and then proudly flying them. Not just flying them, controlling them. That's the real skill, they say. I spoke to 3 members of the Jersey Model Aero Club. Bryan Springate, an aircraft engineer. Mike Elliot, the club's PRO and a retired hotelier. Fred Gilks, the secretary, an electrical engineer with his own business. I asked them whether they considered their sport was a pursuit for technologists or whether it was a hobby for men reliving childhood.
Right, it's actually a way of life, to be honest with you. The amount of time that you spend on it, I think, well, you can't say anything else but that. I think it must be a bit enough to spend the time that we do.
Mr. Elliot, you've flown planes. Which is more difficult, flying planes or flying planes with your automatic control?
Well, quite honestly, flying a model aeroplane is quite different to flying a full-size aircraft. When you're in a full-size aircraft, you can at least see where you're going, how high you are above the ground. If you turn left, you go left with it. But with a model aeroplane, you get the difficulty with the model coming towards you. Its left is your right.
But of course, flying is just the end product. There's obviously a lot of work goes in beforehand. Just how long does it take to make one of these models?
On an average, I would say about 2 months.
What sort of cost would you think went into producing one of these machines?
Your radio gear would cost you rather more than £100. The model itself probably quite cheap comparatively at £15. Then you've got a model aero engine to buy, which probably cost you again another £15. So you could be flying something as sophisticated as the aeroplanes that we've got here for £150, although it could be done for a great deal less.
What's the big appeal of this way of life?
Well, I should think the biggest appeal is the achievement you get when you do finally have a great success, not only in building, but also in flying the model. It's something most of us do in the full size. In actual fact, the model flying is far more exciting to us than the full size flying. But basically, that first flight, the first good landing, that's what the hobby's all about. That's when we enjoy it most.
For instance, I like World War II aircraft. If you see a World War II aircraft as a model flying part that you've built from scratch from a plan, I mean, this is great. You can't really describe it better than that. It's just a way of bringing sometimes a full-size aircraft down to a model size, which you couldn't do in real life. So it could be a bit of fantasy, if you like.
The appeal is that one is able to create something with your own hands to one's own liking. Possibly as a small child, one gets very much to like a particular type of aeroplane, whether it's a Spitfire or a Hurricane or a Messerschmitt. And you're able to create this thing and have complete control over it yourself. This is the reason I think I get the most satisfaction from the